I'm Charlotte Faulkner and I'm chair of the charity Friends of the Dartmoor Hill Pony, and we have put together a petition to make people aware of the fact that our ponies are on Dartmoor are endangered by policy, basically. And you might say, well, why do we need these ponies? Well, they've been here for over 4,000 years. We now think the genetics show that these are probably closely related to those ponies in Lasseau. And then you scroll down, and I've taken a picture of today on Dartmoor, and you have greys, you have piebalds, you have duns down the bottom, you have bays, and you have skewballs. So they're not all the same, and that ancient cave painting shows that actually, do you know what? They weren't all the same. This is just living. We've got a picture that's that old that shows what our ponies looked like then and now. If you look at it from a point of view, they're like Stonehenge. Stonehenge is that old, and if it was a monument, we would all be standing around it protecting it from the bulldozers, but we are not. And we've got to turn into a slightly bulldozer type way of approaching this, because otherwise they won't hear us. We know that if you take blood from 97% of the ponies on Dartmoor, you know they come from Dartmoor and nowhere else. And that is genetics that are built up over thousands of years to make them able to survive in this incredible environment. And we need to look after that. It's a living heritage that we need to, a living culture, and it's really important. So for the last 10 years, we've been working on a contract in a way that would make it work for the people who manage the ponies on the commons of Dartmoor, as all the ponies are owned and those people look after them. And that's the way it's been. As a commoner, the skills involved in looking after our animals out in the wild, I call it wild farming, and it really is that. So it's long range management of your animals. You know where they are, they know where they live, and you work together to survive. And we're just the guardians, really. And I don't want them to go on our watch. They're so important to the biodiversity of the moor. That is what it's all about. And because of the policies that are being put in place, which is called the environmental land management, we are being put in a position where our ponies are being put at risk. The ponies on Dartmoor were really struggling because they were part of an agreement, grazing agreements, which made people were paid for keeping cattle and not ponies. So if you want to put shoes on your children's feet, you're going to put cattle out on the commons. You're going to get rid of your ponies because you're only allowed a certain number of rights on the common to graze your animals. So if you're paid to put a cow out there, you're going to put a cow out there. And so people only kept their ponies as really because that was part of their culture, and we lost a lot. When I first started 25 years ago, there were about 7,000, I think, and now we're down to about 1,000 ponies. They are a living history. They're such an important part of our culture. They're the only semi-wild population of ponies in England, and that's important in itself, and we're going to lose it because of the policies that have been put in place by government. We've got to just recognise that we're losing so much. We are losing so much. Our ponies are in danger of becoming extinct. It's a case of like the dodo was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Our ponies are the right animal in the right place, and we want to make it the right time. And we need everyone to sign up to help us to make it the right time for them so that they will be there for generations to come. The Minister is coming down to Dartmoor on the 15th of March, and I would like to know that there's a lot of people out there who have said how they feel about how important the ponies are, and so we need you to, everyone, as many people as we can, to sign that petition. We would love your comments as well, because that's also helpful and interesting. And we will keep you updated on our Facebook page, Dartmoor Warriors, which you can sign into. And then if we need to summon you further as a warrior to help support us, we know where to look you. We know where to find you. And you know where to find out more information about what's happening with what we're doing.
Poor native This land is worth fighting for. This land